This research tells you that you need someone to spend with you a few hours before they'll be ready to buy from you. And where is 2.5 billion monthly active users ready to spend a few hours a week with you? Where you are right now on YouTube. And between you and the money you want to make with your business on YouTube, there's a 4-link chain that if just one is broken, it's pretty much impossible to grow. If you don't know me, my name is Max Auren. I went from sleeping on a couch in a shared dorm room to building an info business that brings me between 30 to 50K per month for years now, mainly thanks to YouTube. First chain link is AIM. Means that you keep your content clearly for one kind of person, promising them one specific thing. So for example, I'm the kind of person that wants to build muscle and I value my time and proven methods. So then if I see Jeff Cavalier from athleanx.com who shows me proven to be the best and worst exercises, I love that. I'd binge watch every video on his channel and then watch every new one. And if you got every single person to watch on average 5 videos on your channel instead of 1, you're basically 5xing your authority, your trust and views from the exact person that's looking for what you have to sell. You get that? If you go all over the place, even inside the same category, you're diluting yourself. Example, on my channel, I've never made a video like the best music production headphones because people come to me to learn technical skills, even though it would be way easier to make that video and it probably get more views. They would not be from the kind of person that my product is for. What matters in this chain link is a concept for the video and then keeping the concept. If you want to test if you do it right, show your channel to a stranger for 3 seconds and ask them if they can guess who are your videos for and what problem you're trying to solve for them. If people know what you're making videos about, but they don't click, nothing else matters. Here you just focus on getting the best possible title and thumbnail for the idea you've set inside the AIM chain link. You do that by driving up curiosity first, or if it's a tutorial, for example, making them trust that you'll deliver on the promise. There's one scenario where people will basically mindlessly click on any video you upload, like no matter what title and thumbnail, you'll always get a baseline of X amount of views, no matter what. That is if you have a big audience, like Charlie from Penguins Zero or Mr. Beast, and even business channels. But if you look at it, every single one makes you curious about something. And not many people notice, very important. At the same time, they promise a conflict. We humans love conflicts. If not for conflicts, there will be no stories, there will be no news, there will be no Disney. So you don't want cheap curiosity, like, I can't believe this, and just your face. This doesn't promise anything. Better have a promise and curiosity in your titles and thumbnails. And a conflict promise just always works best, right? For example, I blew up a secret business to prove it's not luck. It's a conflict that people usually associate big success with some kind of luck. And Alex here promises he'll prove it's not luck. What I promise you is that if you book a quick call with me through the first link below, I'll personally walk you through how I could help you one-on-one to launch or grow your info business using everything we talk about on this channel. Now, third, it can take as little as 33 milliseconds to create the first impression. Dude, you get swiped left on before you take a breathe. This is what will make people decide whether they want to stay or not. And you'll not grow if you don't make them stay. Simple as that. Only thing that matters in this stay link in our YouTube growth chain is the first 30 seconds of the video. If you as a content creator will be able to truly make people stay watching for the first 30 seconds, you won't have any trouble figuring out how to make them stay for the rest. How do I create the perfect 30 seconds? If you make people curious and trust you're gonna deliver, they're gonna stay. And rest of the video is your message. And person already clicked on your video, so they already showed you that they are interested in what you have to say. So to make people stay, we do our best to make this message as clear and engaging as possible. Also, having someone to actually check your scripts is insanely underrated. That way you literally shorten your learning curve by years, because every video is you trying to figure out what resonates with people. And you can also try reading your script out loud and feel when it starts to get boring, like right now, for example. In that case, you take this moment and it can just go out. Even if you poured your heart into it. Nobody cares. Quality is defined by the viewer, not you. Remember, you can never say, oh yes, this video is high quality. The audience is your only source of information whether your video is high quality or not. When it comes to growing your brand, of course. Some like to use what we call re-hooks. So opening and closing the loop by saying something like, but before I show you the crazy test results, let's first cover the basics. Or in just a minute, I'll show you the trick that doubles these results for me. Then close it by actually delivering on the fact and then reopen it again. This is like the backbone of YouTube script writing. And yes, it applies to your niche as well, but you might notice it easiest when you watch, for example, Mr. Beast's video, right? They always like to tease what's coming next every minute. Same also in sales copy. We also like to say that a headline is made for the person to read the first sentence. First sentence is made for the person to read the second one. It's called the slippery slide principle, and it continues like this until they read the call to action. And there's this one last thing, that if you skip, your business won't grow, no matter how good your content is, your scripts, your rehooks, loops, and all that. Even if you get the perfect person to click and stay throughout the full video, it doesn't matter unless they act. The only thing that matters in this chain link is calling to action your audience the right way, at the right time, and for the right thing. And it's not as easy as, by the way, buy my course. I'm just gonna say that it's harder than making a baby stop crying for a Hot Wheels, but easier than asking a stranger out. Pro tip here is that I always try to force myself to include a call to action twice, somewhere in the first third of the video where most people are still watching, and then once again at the end for everyone that actually trusted you with their time and are more likely to act. Plus, this research says that asking twice increases your chances by 50% or something. It's called mere exposure effect. This is why retargeting those people with paid ads later on will be much more profitable. All this doesn't matter if you make this one mistake. The biggest thing I see people doing wrong, just making content isn't enough. You need to seek this discomfort of relentlessly improving. And the best way to improve is having someone to tell you what's good and what sucks, so that you don't need to make 100 videos before you learn, oh, this is what doesn't resonate with people. You don't have to test as much as you would need 15 years ago. And I know how much I struggled with this before. This is exactly why I've made this channel and also infoelite.com. So if you have already an online education-based business, or you have a skill that you'd like to turn into an info product like this, I'd love to walk you through how we can scale it to 10 or 20K per month or more. Just click the first link in the description and book a short call with me. And if you still think I'm crazy, or you're worried that I will squeeze you for every penny you saved from not going on vacation to Maldives, watch this video on the right where I'll show you the #1 mistake that's keeping you stuck below 10K per month.